Hey guys, King Kaiju here. Today we're going to be doing another Kaiju review. And as you've seen by the thumbnail and title, it's another Ultra Monster today. And this is one that's been a very long time coming because it's a fairly popular Ultra Monster. And of course, that would be Super C.O.V, the first Ultraman Gaia monster. Very, very cool monster that a lot of people really seem to like in the Ultra fandom. So without further ado, we'll get into the detail section of him. Now, this is a figure that Bandai definitely took pretty good care of. There's a lot of good detail on him. Everything's painted up as it should be. There's a lot of nice wrinkles and cracks. I really like the gold highlights along the figure. Notably, there is a second version that I've seen floating around with more orangish colors, I'm pretty sure. And while I slightly prefer the orange one, I'm not at all mad that I got the gold one instead. I especially like the silver highlights underneath his claws here, which I'm not totally sure are accurate. It's been a very long time since I've seen anything regarding Super C.O.V. like in the shows. I do know that his general appearance here looks very similar to how he shows up there. Overall, the detail itself is just really good. Articulation is nothing to write home about, and there's really nothing they could have done otherwise with what we have here, but I am glad with what we got. There are 4 points, which are of course the arms, which can swing in and out really nicely. I actually do quite like how they go further out the farther they go up, and of course each leg can kick forward a little bit, and of course the other one. You can get them to sit down, or of course kick other monsters, or stop motion walking, whatever you'd like to do. The typical 4 points for most of these humanoid-esque monsters. And if we move them to the side here, we'll get into sizing. First off, I'll go with a monster that isn't really related to him too much. I just think they look nice next to each other, and that is Tyrant. Tyrant here doesn't look too bad next to him, although you'll notice that Tyrant is a little bit taller. Now, Tyrant is a fairly tall monster. There's nothing wrong with that. What's wrong is that I think Super C.O.V should be as tall, if not taller, than this figure. He's a little bit shorter than the typical 6 inches, which I'm not exactly sure why they did that, but it's probably the only thing that I'd say is battle negative about it is just the fact that he's kind of short. To write this point home further, here is Super Pazuzu. Now, Super Pazuzu is a tad bit taller than him in the show. This is accurate. However, it definitely is not this exaggerated. It's more like this, truthfully. So there should have definitely been like some size that was put into this figure. Finally, I'll just compare him to my last Ultra Monster review, which you've been keeping up. It is Ella King. And Ella King himself was a figure that was not really that tall. He's about average, and you can see Super C.O.V is just a little bit shorter than he is. While Ella King should be taller, I think Super C.O.V should at least be a little bit taller than this figure. Other than that, they do look pretty good next to each other. And yeah, that's my review of Super C.O.V. This figure is nothing really to write home about. It's not the greatest figure that Bandai has ever put out there, but for what this monster is, I think it's a very good representation of it. The only thing really, like I said, that I think could have been done better is I think it just could have been upscaled a little bit more, but that's not the biggest problem in the world. It still is really, really good. It looks like Super C.O.V. The detail on it is spectacular. The articulation is fine. If you're looking for a Super C.O.V. figure, this is definitely one that you could pick up for him. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you all enjoyed, and I will see you all in the next one.